Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what would fit well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match, and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a what? Like a key and a lock, a match that fits. Oh, yeah, baby. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 8, NASDAQ down 31, S&P's off 4.5, gold contract down $10.80, trading out at $1,742 an ounce. Silver off 43 cents at $32.80 an ounce. Platinum down 23 at $1,641 an ounce. Copper down a penny at $3.73 a pound. Light sweet crude down 19 ticks at $91.92. Bonds off 10 ticks at 146.11. King dollar up 35 ticks. King dollar rejected lower price once again. Did it with lighter volume. That baby's going to start making its way back to the 82 area. We're at 79.41 right now. Euro down 48 ticks, trading out at 130.71. And the yen is giving the dollar index a help also. The yen is up 32 ticks, trading out at 79.25. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, what do you have? You get to 1464. Can't handle that price. You did 691 million. What we'll be seeing here is that you got into, let's see. So we closed. That's interesting. So, yeah, bottom line is that, you know, you're at 1457.88. It just couldn't handle even the high of yesterday. So that's going to set up that, okay, guess what? We're going to go after the 1425. That's the swing point that was generated last Friday. Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow? You had a flat market out here with the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials today, we got over the high of yesterday. We closed right at it. That's also going to set up the Dow that also wants to run down into the lower swing point, which was the last Friday's low, which is the 13,296 area. We'll see whether we get any juice on the way down. Now, the composite, whole different animal, folks. Bottom line, NASDAQ composite, she comes down 2 billion shares, expansion with volume, does all of the above. 31 points she comes down. We're at 3072. Now, she's going to go after the swing point of that 3030, and we'll 3037 rather, and we'll see whether we actually break that swing with volume. We definitely have a huge expansion with volume. Now, inside that, okay, what we had intraday today was pretty amazing. Intraday today, Google was coming out with their numbers after the close, folks, and their printing company came out with their numbers at 12:30. Well, Google basically went down to $75 ASAP. They halted the stock. They opened the stock back up. Google is toasted and roasted. Down $60 at $6.95. More so, though, which we've been talking about, is that what you had with Google was a false break topside. Now you're going to see bottom line, when you the thing is wild too is that, you know, even when I was saying that, you know, you get a 453 opened up, it's like insane how this thing just works. But bottom line, you have trouble in paradise in a big way now with Google, because I can't picture Google getting up and over this 747 once again. Now see, this is what you had at 747. That was the high in 2007. That had 171 million shares on the monthly basis. Well, when that broke topside, folks, it did it with 60 million. That's when no one's in the store. Go in the store, they buy the product. It's insane. Bottom line, what ends up happening, falls out of bed in a huge way. You know, what this opens up first is 629. Once 629s open up, what we really have opened here, which is pretty amazing, is like 416. 416. Yeah, 416 is wide open. That's what's wide open. Apple, we go over to Apple. We take a look at Apple. What you have with Apple? She came down $11. She's also coming down to another B point with an acceleration of volume. We are at 632 right now. Now, if Apple, I suspect Apple is going to go after the swing point of 623 tomorrow. If you get more than 30 million shares, guess what? Monster ABC down. Couple different ways to look at it. It looks like it's about a 90-point ABC down, though, which will bring you down to about 560 on Apple. Some of the high volumes, well, here, no, let's go to Microsoft. MSFT, Microsoft just come out with numbers. That looks like it's trading flat. Microsoft closed at $29.49. It's trading down 40 cents. It's at $29.16. And if we just go back to Google for a second. Now, this is what ended up happening with Google, number-wise, folks. And this is the deal here is all about paid search and click. And that paid search and click was down 15% year over year. That's one of the parts that they missed in a big way. The second part was also site-to-site revenue. Now, site-to-site revenue is a huge part of their business. Those are the two largest parts of their business. They grew 15%, yet that 15% they had been is one half of the growth that they've normally had. What you're seeing here is this, and this is where I think there's a fundamental shift here, and it's a huge one. And what it is, and I can tell you, I'm telling you this first off from a much larger view. We used to use Google all the time, right? We haven't been using 2.5 years. And why? Because at the very beginning, using paid for search was dynamite, okay? Bottom line, and what happens, folks, and I've been really lucky in the digital business because we've been in it for so long, we've been bleeding edge in all of it. You know, when Broadcast.com went public, we were in the prospectus, Microsoft and Intel. That's how bleeding edge it's been, okay? So at the very beginning, you know, we're all over them. But we track everything really closely. And the bottom line, it hasn't and wasn't pulling. At the very beginning, it pulled some good business. Other than that, it's not. I think that business is changing dramatically. And what's changing is that it's changing. That's the bottom line. I think it's going to, you know, they have some, the pay per click is going down for sure. The aspect of how, that's their main business. Okay, so when you have that main business going down, you know, it just changes, period. I think they have a fundamental problem inside that change. Google's not going to go away. I love Google as a company in a huge way. But fundamentally, because the price spreads were so dramatic and so big in that business, you know, they're going to have a hard time finding other revenues that the spread is that large. The spread to bring to the bottom line. Because so watch what does happen. If you put an ad on a computer versus an ad on a phone versus an ad on a tablet, well, the price points on a tablet and on a phone are half. And, you know, that's the way it goes. So Google has some problems. That's the real bottom line. Let's go over to Microsoft, see what Microsoft, MSFT, what Microsoft is saying. Okay, so Microsoft is down 45 cents. No big deal there. The estimate was 56 cents. They made 53 cents. So they're 3 cents short. That's the bottom line. Top line, they're shot in the top line too. So top line estimate was 16.39 billion. They made 16.16 billion. You know, these top-line estimates are problems for companies out here, period, folks. There's no doubt. Okay, so now let's go look at Microsoft. Microsoft closed at $29.45. She's going to go to the bottom of the consolidation that she's in right now. That bottom of the consolidation is down there at about the, it is at the 20, well, that's not the end of the world, $28 area. CMG, now this is real problems. Chipotle is basically getting toasted and roasted once again. Now this is going to be another ABC structure on the way down. This is Chipotle Mexican Grill. That closed at $2.85. That right now is trading down $30 at $2.55. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so let's see. They are saying their revenue was $700 million. Their earnings per share was 2.27, and they didn't make their bottom line, and they didn't make their top line. The bottom line was 229. They made 227. Top line, 703 million, 700 million. The bigger issue for them is a monster ABC down again. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back We ended out, finished down 8. NASDAQ down 31. S&P's off 5.5. We're going to be right back, folks.